For centuries, millions of African men, women, and children were enslaved in the Americas. Their labor built nations, yet their voices were silenced. This film is about those voices, their words, their memories, their truth. These are slave narratives. Slave narratives are first-person accounts by formerly enslaved people. Told through autobiography, memoir, or oral testimony, they describe life in bondage and the struggle for freedom. They are among the most powerful historical records we possess, not because they are neutral, but because they are human. These narratives confront us with lived experience, pain, resistance, hope, and survival. From the 1600s to the mid-1800s, slavery was a central institution in the United States. Enslaved Africans were treated as property bought, sold, punished, and exploited. Laws denied them basic human rights. Literacy was forbidden. Families were torn apart. Slavery wasn't just forced labor. It was a system designed to erase identity, culture, and autonomy. Slave narratives restore what slavery tried to destroy. For many enslaved people, learning to read and write was an act of rebellion. Literacy meant power, the power to understand the world and to tell one's own story. Many narratives emphasize this moment, the birth of a voice. In the early 19th century, slave narratives became a powerful weapon in the fight against slavery. Abolitionists helped publish and circulate these stories to expose the cruelty of the system. Frederick Douglass's 1845 narrative shocked readers with its clarity and force. He described beatings, hunger, and the psychological violence of enslavement while asserting his own intellect and dignity. In his own words, "You have seen how a man was made a slave. You shall see how a slave was made a man." Women's slave narratives reveal experiences often absent from male account sexual violence, motherhood under slavery, and survival within confined spaces. In asterisk incidents in the life of a slave girl asterisk, Harriet Jacobs described hiding for 7 years in a tiny attic to escape sexual abuse, watching her children grow from a distance. As she wrote, "The secrets of slavery are concealed like those of the Inquisition. Many narratives follow a dangerous journey to freedom by foot, by train, by sheer courage. Escape was never the end of struggle, but it was a beginning." Solomon Northup, a free black man kidnapped into slavery, documented 12 years of bondage before regaining his freedom. His story revealed that no black person was truly safe. The end of slavery did not erase its trauma. Formerly enslaved people continued to write, remembering and interpreting the past. These narratives aren't just about slavery, they're about memory, identity, and what freedom really means. In the 1930s, during the Great Depression, the U.S. government recorded over 2,000 interviews with formerly enslaved people. Many were elderly, their voices fragile, vivid, unforgettable, one recalled. "We sung to keep from crying. These accounts are invaluable, though shaped by memory and the racial realities of Jim Crow America." Slave narratives laid the foundation for African American literature. Their influence echoes in memoirs, novels, poetry, and movements for justice today. Every time we tell our story in our own words, we continue this tradition. Slave narratives remind us that history is not just dates and laws, it is lived experience. They demand that we listen, they insist that suffering be acknowledged, and they affirm the power of testimony. These voices survived, and as long as we listen, they will never be lost. Thank you for watching.